before I go to your person, I have somebody that is not this person coming through very quick for you. So I know I love to like, hey, you guys can choose who you talk to, but if other people have a message for you, then it's just kind of like, you know, my job to make sure you guys are getting the communication that I'm telling you you're going to get. So, think about the John you want to communicate in a moment. I'll try my best to channel that specific person. And let me talk to this lady first. So we have a lady on the other side that is, says they're like a mother figure for you, and that we have her jewelry here in the physical world, okay? I'll let you know if the list is open in just a few minutes. I have her jewelry here in the physical world. And that's just something she says, like a ring or something like that, and that's her primary guardian angel for you, Clarice. Okay, I'll put her name right here. So that's a primary guardian angel for you, okay? She comes through your energy before you're getting anybody else, you're getting her. So she's with you, she's sending you the repeating numbers, so she's always with you. Okay, so let's get to this John. And you said you had many Johns on the other side. Hopefully I'm summoning here the one you're wanting to talk to, but let's see. This person tells me that he passes like medically, something underlying that he's seen before, but it just comes up and gets her him. Sorry. I was reading your comments. And so it almost seems like maybe it's always there, but it almost seems like a trap you walk into, and like, you know, just a matter of time before we, and it like consumes us very quickly, whether we see it or don't see it. I almost get the we deteriorate into it or we like walk right into it vibe. Does that make sense? Or it continues on without being noticed until it consumes, you know? Trying to separate all these dead people, but I think I got it. I may be in a place or at home. It could be she goes, not medical. Okay, so I feel like I'm in a place at home. Could be any sort of trap. Could be anything he walks into and doesn't see, and then all of a sudden, snap, just grabs him up basically. But kind of long, ongoing. Okay, hold on. Yeah, and like going about our own thing. Don't necessarily know when it's going to snap, but you just hit that right spot that one day, and it's all consuming. He goes, well, maybe that's the best way to go. And then he shows me a picture of a house. I don't know if he passed. Hold on, we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I almost feel like to or fro, or we're in travel, or we were almost to see somebody, or we almost were, or going to the grocery store, or like, and then on my way, blah, 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 super unexpected. What a good day. What a good day. And then we just die on that day. And he talks about his family, and he goes, no, they weren't ready. Nobody was ready to see that. At home, yes. Snapped, yes. Okay, what happened? Could literally show you what he's doing right now. Where are we? Okay, home, suddenly, basically something declining or happening, going about our business undetected until it kind of snaps on us, then a cluster F. Why do we trend so hard on these days? Oh my goodness, just a clusterfuck of not getting a chance to say goodbye, and it's one thing, and it's now another thing, and the calamity of it, and then he unalived. But he must have been gone for a while because he doesn't have... Oh, that's why some lady had to come in first, so that way he could come through and he could take responsibility for how he ended up passing. He goes, I'm not blaming anybody, but I definitely am like, the signs are here, the signs are here, the signs are here. He goes, it was not a great day, though. Oh, yeah. Do I even want to know who is John to you? I just feel this like devastated, like, no, when you tell me who he is. You haven't even told me yet. He threatened my life and I left fleeing. It was my fiance. I'm like, who is this to you? And then I'm like, no, when I figure out who he is to you. And you were like, he threatened my life and I left fleeing. And he was my fiance. So an underlying thing, we didn't see it happening. It's almost like a trap, almost like I got you. Look at lady, he was sitting there threatening your life, saying, I'm gonna, you, right? And trap you, get you, snatch you up, right? Oh my goodness, this happened at home. You left, and then he probably went into mental shambles. Remember how I'm like, these are a bunch of arrows pointing in a bunch of different directions, okay? And then he just went into like shambles. I don't know what to do once you leave, and then unalives. The jewelry ring drawing, right? Yep. Because whoever we have, Clarice, she said she had the jewelry, that ring up there. Yep. She goes, yes, 100%. He mapped it out, and it was long, and it was ongoing, and like maybe he had you trapped to an extent, but then you got out, and you're going about your business, and then as soon as you leave, you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, scrambles him, then things happen. That is insane. That's wild. I am so happy. I don't know who distracted him so you could get out, but I'm so happy that Spirit was able to come through and get that distraction. You know what? I'm so glad that your guardian angel came through and provided that protective barrier until he was able to say sorry. You were together for about 7.5 years. That is wild. And I love that this man who died after unalive, after threatening you, I am so happy that your grandma was like, I think I'll be a barrier for you. Grandma came through, said, here's who I am, make her identify me, and then allowed him to come through. Beautiful. Go, Grandma. Go, Clarice. It's your birthday. Not really. Party anyway.